Okay, good. So what is this error and flow control? The basic principle in error and flow control is that the receiver acknowledges all correctly received packets. Right, so receiver has to acknowledge all correctly received packets. That is how we will be doing error control and flow control. Because suppose the error has introduced, right? I have found that there is an error through CRC, but how am I supposed to inform to the sender that there is an error in a received packet? So that information which has to be intimated to sender is via acknowledgement. Correct. So that's the reason this acknowledgements plays an important role in a error and flow control. Correct. The receiver must be able to handle all received frames. If the transmission rate is too high, the receiver may become overloaded and drop the frame due to full buffers. Right. And that's the reason we required a flow control over here. Why we require a flow control? A transmitter is transmitting a data with a huge speed, but receiver doesn't have that much of capacity to accept it with that speed. And even there are no buffers available at receiver end. Then what will happen? There will be a flooding, right? And everything will be dropped. Whatever will be overloaded will be dropped, right? So ascending nodes, what it do the frames to be pushed at a consumer, right? It is a receiver load, and then if it is not able to accept with that flow, then it will be controlled via flow control. It will be intimating to a producer via flow control, via acknowledgement. So this is my need of a flow control. Correct. So data link control protocol. So what we have, there are protocols which are introduced at data link layer for the flow control. So for noiseless, we have protocols, different protocols for noiseless channels and for the noisy channels. Correct. So for the noiseless channels, we have simplest and stop and wait. Correct. And then for the noisy channel, we have the stop and wait ARQ, go back ARQ, and selective repeat ARQ. Correct. I will be explaining you all these protocols soon. So what we have at a flow control is send a data, wait for acknowledgement. And for error control, we have detect the error and retransmit the data. Correct. This is what we have at a flow control and error control. So this is a data from the upper layer. Correct. Which will be appended with the header and trailer. This header and trailer is going to have the CRC bits, the error control bits, some flow control bits, and then the task for this is a framing. So we are appending the frame start and indication for start and end of a frame. Okay, so this is my complete data packet unit or a frame of data link layer. Understood all of you? So go ahead. So what is the simplex protocol? Right, what is the simplex protocol? Now read this carefully. It is a hypothetical protocol because it's a simplex, right? It is for a noiseless channel. So first of all, this ideal condition is never present in a network. We generally don't come across the noiseless channels. The channels has to be noisy, right? Nothing can be ideal and nothing can be perfect, right? We have to handle the situations like that. So this is my hypothetical protocol. So what does it do? It assumes that both sender and receivers are always ready for data processing. This is again an ideal condition, a hypothetical condition. And what does it again have? It has the infinite buffer. Again, it is the impossible thing, but it is, as it is a hypothetical protocol, it has all ideal conditions with it, that both the senders and receivers are always ready, and both have the infinite number of buffer available with it. So what it is doing, it is a sender is sending a frame and which is received at a receiver end. The receiver is assumed to process all the incoming data instantly. It does not handle the flow or error control. Since this protocol is totally unrealistic, right? It is totally unrealistic. It is also called as a utopian simplex protocol. I hope you understood this simplex protocol. Now we'll move to the stop and wait protocol. Fine. So what does this stop and wait do? The sender has to wait for the acknowledgement for every frame it sends. Understood all of you? A sender has to wait for the acknowledgement, right? When the acknowledgement has been received in the next frame sent, This process continues until the sender transmits the end of the frame. Correct? The stop and wait flow control, the receiver indicates its readiness to receive the data for the each frame. Right? So now we'll see here. So this is the frame which is transmit. This is the sender. The sender. This is the frame which is at a receiver end. So this is the frame which is transmitted. So this is my start transmission time. This is my end transmission time, and this is complete my transmission delay. So sender has started transmitting a frame. A receiver has received the frame. Now it has received the last bit of the frame, and then once receiver receives a complete frame, it sends the acknowledgement. And once the sender receives the last bit of acknowledgement, then only it sends the next frame. So there is a time lag in between. Are you getting this? The first frame is sent at this position. Imagine the acknowledgement is received after so long time, and after this the next frame will be transmitted. Correct? So what is the disadvantage? Like at a single moment of time, only one frame can be transmitted. It is inefficient. The distance between devices is long. There is a more transmission delay, more propagation delay, and there is a loss of a time. This particular transmission is very slow, right? There is too much of delay in transmission of a data. Right? And the advantage is very simple. Correct? Every frame is checked and acknowledged very well back to the receiver. So there is no chance of getting a frame which is getting missed in between, or there is a corruption of the data in between. So this is my stop and wait protocol, a noiseless stop and wait protocol. Correct? And then I have a sliding window flow control. Correct? What I have a sliding window flow control. What we have seen currently is stop and wait. So now sliding window, little different concept. Why this concept has come? Because in a stop and wait, what we are doing is एक frame transmit करते हैं, उसको receive करते हैं, आराम से wait करते हैं, फिर दूसरे frame को उसका acknowledgement आने के बाद दूसरे frame को transmit करते हैं. Correct? So it takes a long time. Transmission and receive this complete game. So what we have in a sliding window flow control is there is a window, right? So sender can send as many frames as would fit into a window. Getting this? A sender can send as many frames as would fit into a window. So this is my sliding window flow control. Understood all of you? What is your sliding window flow control? Fine. So that we'll look into detail later on. So we have now these were the noiseless scenarios, right? So we will be looking for the noisy scenarios. Correct? So error correction data link layer is implemented simply anytime. An error is detected in an exchange. A negative acknowledgement, that is NAC, is returned and specified frames are retransmitted. Understood all of you? जब error आता है, suppose I open the CRC bits or I open the Hamming code and I found that there is an error. So what the receiver is going to do? Receiver is going to send a negative acknowledgement, which is called as a NAC. So once the NAC is received at a receiver end with a specified frame number, then the sender is going to retransmit those frames again to the receiver. Understood all of you? What do you mean by NAC and why there is a retransmission? So this process is called automatic repeat request, which is ARQ. Correct? As it is a noisy channel, there are more chances to have the errors in the network, and that's the reason we have this ARQ for the noisy channels. Correct? So retransmission of a data happens in the three-phase cases. Either it is a damaged frame, or the lost frame and lost acknowledgement. Understood all of you the three different cases: damaged frames, lost frames, and the lost acknowledgement. These are the three cases where we have the retransmission of a data. Correct? So here is the retransmission. So stop and wait ARQ, and then we have a sliding window ARQ. In sliding window, we have go back N and we have selective reject. So these are the different schemes which we will be looking soon. So the next concept which we have to look is a piggybacking. Correct. What is a piggybacking? This is one of the concept for the transmission. So in bidirectional communication, both parties send and acknowledge a data. Correct. both bidirectional communication चल रहा है ना, तो दोनों parties data भी भेज रहे हैं, acknowledge भी भेज रहे हैं. Correct. So there is too much of packets on the network. Correct. So क्या हो जाता है, instead of doing that, outstanding acknowledgement जो है अपने outstanding acknowledgement are placed in the header of information frame. डेटा जो भेज रहे, डेटा अलग है, एक्नॉलेजमेंट अलग है, दोनों फ्रेम्स अलग है. बट इन पिगी बैगिंग व्हाट हैपेंस इज डेटा में ही आप एक्नॉलेजमेंट भेजते हो, आउटस्टैंडिंग एक्नॉलेजमेंट. डेटा का फ्रेम जो है कंप्लीट, उसके ही हेडर में यू प्लेस द एक्नॉलेजमेंट रिलेटेड टू प्रीवियस रिसीव्ड डेटा. Right? This is called as a piggybacking, and this piggybacking saves a bandwidth. Why? Because you don't have to send a separate acknowledgement frame, right? That acknowledgement frame is combined with the information itself. I hope you understood the piggybacking. What is the piggybacking? Right? In piggybacking, we place the acknowledgement with the data itself, and we are passing the acknowledgement with the data. So no extra frame is required for the acknowledgement. So of course it saves the bandwidth. Correct? Fine. So now we will look for stop and wait ARQ. Correct? So what does it do? It sends and wait. It has a timer. It waits for the acknowledgement, and otherwise it retransmit. Correct. What does the ARQ do in this automatic repeat request? It checks the frame sequence. It acknowledges the frame with the sequence 1, and if there is a mismatch, then there is a problem. Correct. So now we'll see a stop and wait ARQ with the normal operation. Fine. Please look at the screen very carefully. All right. So stop and wait with the normal operation. What is this? Stop and wait ARQ with the normal operation. So in normal scenario, with no error scenario, what happens? I am sending a frame 0, which is received at receiver. So I will be sending ACK1, sending it. Okay, now send frame number 1. So frame 1 is sent. Now I will be sending a ACK0. So like this 0, 1, 0, 1 sequence goes on. So we receive the frames and we gives back the acknowledgement. So this is my normal scenario. Now suppose there is a lost in a frame. Now look at the scenario. Correct? Frame 0 has been sent. Acknowledgement is given back. As it is a noisy channel, it is a stop and wait protocol only. But as it is a noisy channel, what does it mean? There can be a frame lost in between. Correct? So what happens now? See, this frame 1 has sent, but it has got lost. Has it reached to the receiver? No. Now it has not reached to the receiver. So receiver is not going to give back a acknowledgement. The sender is waiting in for the acknowledgement. जैसे ही फ्रेम सेंड करता है, it has its own timer. Say I will be waiting for the acknowledgement for this particular frame for 5 seconds. Correct? So it is my timer. A sender sets a timer once it sends a frame. Right? अब timer तो set किया है मैंने, और मैं वेट करती रहूं, एंड मेरा टाइमर टाइम आउट होता है, बट आई डिडंट गेट अ एक्नॉलेजमेंट फ्रॉम द रिसीवर. I didn't get a acknowledgement from the receiver. Why I didn't get a acknowledgement from the receiver? Because फ्रेम तो बीच में ही कहीं ड्रॉप हो गई है, फ्रेम रिसीवर तक पहुंची ही नहीं है, तो रिसीवर कैसे एक्नॉलेजमेंट भेजेगा? नहीं भेजेगा, राइट? सो वंस माय टाइमर इज आउट, what sender will do? Sender will retransmit the frame again. Understood all of you? Once the frame is lost, the sender is waiting till the timer is out. Once the time out happens, a sender didn't think twice. It immediately retransmits the frame to the receiver. और अभी चैनल सपोज ओपन हो गया, अभी सारा नॉइस खत्म हो गया चैनल का, तो फ्रेम reaches to the receiver easily and receiver sends back the acknowledgement within a timer. Frames receiver sends back the acknowledgement within a time, within a given predefined time. So this is a scenario of a lost frame. Right now there is a scenario of acknowledgement, lost acknowledgement. Now receiver has received the frame, it has sent the acknowledgement, but it has lost in between. अब ये फिर से कैसे, ऑब्वियस ये भी फिर से टाइमर से ही पता चलेगा, करेक्ट। अब टाइमर से पता चलेगा और एक्नॉलेजमेंट तो आया ही नहीं है, फिर सेंडर ने दूसरा भी फ्रेम भेजा हुआ है, उसका एक्नॉलेजमेंट आया है, तो मुझे एक्नॉलेजमेंट जीरो. So what it is expecting? It is expecting this acknowledgement, right? It has not received the acknowledgement, so it again sends the same frame. Good. It expects it sends the same frame, but what the receiver is expecting? Receiver is expecting a different frame. करेक्ट. सो रिसीवर क्या करता है, जो सेम फ्रेम आया उसे डिस्कार्ड कर देता है, क्योंकि उसके पास ऑलरेडी एक फ्रेम आया हुआ है सेम टाइप का, सेम नंबर का, right? This is my acknowledgement lost. Correct. Now what happens is stop and wait ARQ, right? There is too much of waiting time, right? Fine, there is too much of waiting for time. Again, that is the biggest disadvantage. So what we have to do is we have to introduce a sliding window protocol, right? So what happens in this sliding window? There is a window, a limited window size, right? See, this window size is of 5 frames. करेक्ट. नाउ दीज फ्रेम्स आर ऑलरेडी ट्रांसमिटेड फ्रेम्स. तो ये विंडो पहले यहाँ पे थी, करेक्ट, ये मेरे सीक्वेंस नंबर्स है. सो यहाँ से फ्रेम विंडो थी. एट ए टाइम उतने सारे फ्रेम्स हम लोग बेचते हैं, करेक्ट, राइट. एंड क्या होता है, सी यहाँ तक का मुझे एक्नॉलेजमेंट आया हुआ है, राइट. लास्ट फ्रेम एक्नॉलेज्ड एंड माय लास्ट फ्रेम ट्रांसमिटेड इज समथिंग डिफरेंट. Once I get the acknowledgement, my window size expands at this edge. See, window expands from the leading edge as X are received. Once I start getting the acknowledgement, this particular bar will shift like this. So once I start getting the acknowledgement, I will be start expanding my windows. So what is the advantage over here is many number of frames, a number of frames which is equal to the size of window can be sent at a time. And there is a dynamic movement of this window. Once it receives the act, it goes and it goes increasing its size, right? So this is what is the advantage of sliding window protocol, correct. Then we have go back and ARQ. Sliding window में क्या है, again है कि restricted size है ना, restricted size है, कुछ विंडो का साइज जितना है वहां हम रिस्ट्रिक्ट हो जाते हैं. गो बैक एंड में क्या करते हैं हम लोग, वी कंप्लीटली स्टार्ट गिविंग द फ्रेम्स, मेनी नंबर ऑफ फ्रेम्स एट अ टाइम. बहुत सारे फ्रेम्स हम बम्बार्ड करते ही जाते हैं, लाइक दिस. वंस वी स्टार्ट 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3, राइट. सो लाइक दिस वी स्टार्ट गिविंग द फ्रेम्स, वी स्टार्ट ट्रांसमिटिंग द फ्रेम. रिसीवर एंड पे क्या होने वाला है, रिसीवर विल प्रोसेस द फ्रेम्स एज पर इट्स ओन स्पीड. सो इसके उसके पास बफर है बड़ा सा, एक एक फ्रेम को वो प्रोसेस करने वाला है. जैसे वो फ्रेम को प्रोसेस करेगा वो एक्नॉलेजमेंट भेजेगा, जैसे फ्रेम को प्रोसेस करेगा वो एक्नॉलेजमेंट भेजेगा, राइट. सो इट इज गोइंग टू सेंड द एक्नॉलेजमेंट इन दैट मैनर. दैट दिस इज अ नॉर्मल ऑपरेशन. नॉर्मल ऑपरेशन इज ऑलवेज सेम फॉर एवरीवन, right? It is always same for everyone, fine. So now what happens in the lost frame scenario, correct? Now see what happens in the lost frame scenario. I transmitted frame 0, frame 1, right? Then frame 2 is lost, correct? But now frame 3 भी हमने भेजा हुआ है, frame 2, frame 3 ऐसे भेज, we are continuously sending, but frame 2 lost हुआ है, right? So its acknowledgement cannot be sent back, right? कौन सा lost हुआ है, frame 2 lost हुआ है. तो frame 3 भी जब यहाँ पहुंचता है, right? The frame 3 has reached here already, but 2 नहीं मिला है, right? 2 नहीं मिला है. So what it will do? It will discard the frame 3 as well. It's go back in. जहां पे आपको फ्रेम मिलना, एक फ्रेम इन बिटवीन मिला नहीं सीक्वेंस नंबर का, उसके आगे के सारे रिसीव फ्रेम को डिस्कार्ड करो, unless and until you don't get the missing frame. This is my go back in. Go back in is what? we discard all the frames which has been received after the lost frame. Fine, that is your go back in. So which is again informed back to the sender through the acknowledgement, and then it resends the frame, or there is a timer which is provided at sender, and then it has to resend all those frames again. Sequence correctly follow करना है go back in में. Suppose 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 इतने सारे फ्रेम्स मैंने सेंड किए 7 तक, लेकिन मेरा फ्रेम नंबर 3 ही बीच में लॉस्ट हो गया है, लेकिन 4 5 6 7 सारे पहुंचे हैं रिसीवर के पास, करेक्ट. बट देन व्हाट रिसीवर विल डू, इट विल डिस्कार्ड ऑल बिकॉज इट हैज नॉट रिसीव्ड द 3. एंड देन सेंडर क्या करेगा, फिर से 3 4 5 6 7 सबको फिर से भेजेगा, राइट. सो इट्स अ गो बैक इन ARQ. एंड द नेक्स्ट वन इज सिलेक्टिव रिपीट ARQ. सो गो बैक इन का अगेन सेम डिसएडवांटेज है कि बहुत सारे रिट्रांसमिशन करने पड़ते हैं ना आपको. So better to repeat the selective one which has been lost has to be repeat. Remaining all will be accepted. Correct? So that is your selective repeat. Correct? So frame 0 receive हुआ है, frame 1 receive हुआ है, frame 2 lost हो गया in between, लेकिन फिर भी frame 3 receive हुआ है तो उसको store करके रखा है, और फ्रेम 2 नहीं मिला है उसका नैक भेजा है, राइट. वी हैव सेव्ड फ्रेम 3 और जो नहीं मिला है उसका ही बस नैक भेजा है, एंड दैट ओनली सिंगल फ्रेम हैज बीन रीट्रांसमिटेड. फ्रेम 2 को ही रीट्रांसमिट किया है, राइट, एंड विच इज अगेन received at a receiver end. So it is my selective repeat. I hope you understood this selective repeat. So this is my selective repeat. I hope this framing, flow control, error control and flow control is clear with all of you. Again, we'll go here. Fine. So we have seen for noiseless is the ideal case. So simplest and stop and wait for this noiseless is the ideal case, a realistic, unrealistic situation. We always have noisy channels. So in our noisy channel, we have automatic repeat request, right? ARQ. So stop and wait ARQ. So we transmit a data, we stop for the acknowledgement. Once we receive the acknowledgement, we retransmit a data. If suppose a data frame is lost in between or acknowledgement is lost in between, then timer will take care of it. A timer will be expired, and once the timer is expired and the expected things are not received, then it is retransmitted again in stop and wait. Again, it is a time consuming, so we go to this go back in. In go back in, we go transmitting a data, right? We go on transmitting a data, but if in between frame is damaged or lost, then all next frames are discarded and all those frames has to be retransmitted. All those n number of frames has to be retransmitted. It's your go back in. So it is again consuming too much of bandwidth, and too much of retransmission happens in go back in. So there is a solution of selective repeat. In selective repeat, we have a particular selection, right? So whatever is lost, that is only transmitted in selective repeat. So this is all about error control and flow control.